Hello and thanks for visiting the web channel of Carlisle Events and the Carlisle GM Nationals. I'm Mike Garland, Media Specialist with Carlisle Events, and I'm at Memory Lane Auto Museum in Mooresville, North Carolina, and I'm about to speak with NASCAR Hall of Famer and Carlisle GM Nationals special guest this summer, Bobby Allison. This multi-part series will span weeks leading up to our event in June. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the wisdom of a true racing legend. You're a member of multiple halls of fame. It's not fair to ask you which one you're proudest to be part of, but talk for a second, if you can, about those that you are a part of and what they mean to you.
Well, I was really honored to be put in several halls of fame as I became eligible after my career came to an end. The International Hall at Talladega is great. The NMPA Hall that was at Darlington was another great one. And, the U.S. Auto Racing Hall of Fame up in Detroit is another really special one. But the NASCAR Hall of Fame is really the special one. It means a lot to me, and to be inducted in the second class at the NASCAR Hall was really an honor for me.
Central Pennsylvania has a pretty storied history with dirt track racing, and you talked about some dirt track experience you had early on in your career. What memories do you have about racing in Central Pennsylvania and the region?
Well, actually, my first race in Central Pennsylvania actually was over in Western Pennsylvania at Pittsburgh, where I ran Heidelberg Speedway. But it had been dirt and it was paved when I got there, and I won the first time I went there, so I really liked it. Now, I ran a few of the other tracks around, short tracks around Pennsylvania. Don't know that really set the world on fire on any of them, but enjoyed that.
Car-wise, you've driven a lot and you've probably owned a few. As a daily driver or collector car, what type of car do you enjoy the most?
Well, I have Buicks right now. Buick was the last competitive car I had, and I feel like I had gotten involved with Buick division of General Motors to the point that they even let me go in the clay room and smooth out a little bit on the 1988 Buick Regal, which I then won Daytona with. So I thought that was pretty neat. I have a Riata that's one of my personal cars. Judy has an 86 Grand National Buick that's completely original and authentic and a real pleasure to drive around. And I have one of the Miller promotional cars that's a copy of my 1983 championship car that's all lettered and everything, but it's street legal.
You're coming to Carlisle in June to be part of the Carlisle GM Nationals. What are you looking forward to the most about being at that event?
Well, I'm looking forward just to getting there and seeing what it's all about and enjoying it, and I'm sure I will.
What should our guests expect when they meet you?
Well, I've had a lot of enjoyment with the fans. I enjoy the talking to them, picture taking, autographing, all those things that go on, and hopefully we can use one of my longtime sayings, that none of us are really strangers, we're just friends who haven't met. And so I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of new friends.
Are there any do's and don'ts for someone to keep in mind when they meet you?
Well, I don't know about that. Just act as well as you can.
What do you enjoy the most about making appearances and meeting fans like you will do when you come to Carlisle?
Well, mostly, in today's world, people show up with really neat pictures from olden days or even fairly recent days that have a special meaning for me, and I enjoy that. They want me to autograph a book or a picture or a hat or a jacket or something like that. That the item means something to me as well as giving the person an autograph.
Do you plan on doing anything special or seeing any sights in the region aside from coming to the show?
Well, I don't have a plan for that, but I'm sure I'll figure out something to do.
And the last question for you, Bobby. What other projects do you have your hand in today? What keeps you busy on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I'm working on an engine on a Doug Herbert's dyno over near the Speedway. Working on a little thing that may be an improvement to gas mileage. Um, I'm not sure that it'll pan out, but I'm busy on that. Um, I do a little bit of fishing. I have a little pontoon pedal boat that's my favorite fishing toy. But Judy and I also have a regular pontoon boat that we putt around on Lake Norman with, and we do some of that, and I travel and do some car shows and some autographing.
Thank you very much for your time, Bobby. We really appreciate it.
You bet.